ready to start? Great, thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Melanie Roop, and I'm the Senior Director of Loans and Advisory Services at WeBC. I manage a team of business advisors and loan staff to deliver our business loan program and business advisory support services directly to clients across the province of BC. I'm joining you today from the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. WeBC serves the nations of many people throughout the province. I invite you to write in the chat on whose traditional territories you're joining us from. And if you're unsure, Netta will post in the chat a great website, which is native-land.ca, where you can look up whose native lands you are joining us from. Next slide, please, Netta. If you don't know who WeBC is, and I think most of you do, but perhaps for our recording, WeBC is a not-for-profit that offers a range of support services to help women entrepreneurs grow and thrive on their small business journey. Our team has a unique understanding of the approaches to business and financing models that work for women. We offer financing to get businesses to provide loans based on business viability, not based on lending formulas often used by traditional lenders. This means we can provide loans to a diverse range of women-owned businesses and wraparound support with integrated services, including training, mentoring, and business advising for little to no cost. From essential business skills development to personalized business advice, we know the right questions to ask and the right resources to connect you with. In our mentoring programs, you can connect with a network of women entrepreneurs and experts around BC who can support and inspire you. You can learn more about our services at we-bc.ca and sign up for our e-blast to get notified of upcoming programs. Great, let's jump into our actual session. And Netta, if you'd like, thank you so much. Welcome our panelists. Today we're talking about the iGlobal program. It's the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, or iGlobal. It's a program that gives experienced entrepreneurs from Canada the opportunity to collaborate with new or aspiring entrepreneurs from the European Union and the UK. The Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs Global Program is financed by the European Union and coordinated in British Columbia by the Italian Chamber of Commerce in Canada West and the EU Chamber of Commerce in Canada West. I'm delighted that joining us today is Linda Schmittmann, the project manager at the Italian Chamber of Commerce based in Berlin, Germany, but today she's in beautiful Vancouver, BC, and she'll be sharing everything you need to know about the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs Global Program. I'm also delighted to introduce Jennifer Jarvis, Head of Advisory and Channel Partnerships at Accelera Business Solutions, and Deirdre Bagdonovician, the co-founder of Gaia Tribe. Deirdre is a young European entrepreneur who's preparing to come to Canada and will be hosted by Accelera Business Solutions in Vancouver. All right, thank you, Netta. Let's get into the conversation and start with each of the panelists giving us a brief introduction. Jennifer, can I ask you to go first?
I would love to, thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Jennifer Jarvis, and I'm the Head of Advisory and Partnerships at Accelera. I started my career in international banking. I worked for HSBC and Standard Chartered in Canada, Australia, and Singapore. I moved into international development and fintech in Indonesia, where I consulted for the World Bank. Now I'm diving into the startup world, and I'm currently working for Accelera, where I work with partners to expand our ecosystem, and I work with our clients to develop digital strategy, project management, and help them choose their technology stack and partners. Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome, Jennifer. Deirdre, would you like to go next?
Yeah, of course, I will try. Thank you very much. So hi, everyone. I'm Giedre, young entrepreneur from Europe, exactly from the Lithuania, actually. And very long part of my life, I was in management and leadership. And my passion as love of empowering people and making things happen by using their potential was really my passion. I turned to a startup. Yeah, and now we are building a huge community, which is really like acting as a role model for others. Yeah, how to be in the, how to do the business in the community and help to each other, and how capability to give and share actually are making the real changes in humans' lives. So, but yeah.
Wonderful. That sounds very interesting, Guy. I hope, Giedre, I hope we learn more. And lastly, Linda, excuse me, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, so first of all, also thank you for having me. I'm Linda Schmittmann. As Melanie already said, I'm working at the Italian Chamber of Commerce in Germany. I'm based in Berlin. And if you're wondering why I'm here today in Vancouver, so we are coordinating the program Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs Global from Germany, so from the European Union, and we are closely collaborating with the Italian Chamber that is based here in Vancouver. So we are supporting young, aspiring, and experienced entrepreneurs. I'm doing this in Europe, between Germany and Italy, and in general in the European market. And now we are extending the program also to the US, to Singapore and Canada. So this is why I'm here today. And I also, I really like to connect people, to support other people growing their businesses. So I'm very glad to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're glad to have you here too. So Linda, I'm going to turn the presentation over to you to lead the discussion from here. I'll turn off my camera so people can focus on the three panelists, and I'll be back at the end. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the conversation.
Okay, perfect. So then I will share my screen now, and already for you, I will present the program so you will get an idea of what the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program is about. Afterwards, we will have a little interview. We will have a short conversation with Giedre and Jennifer in order to understand like what they are planning to work on, like how does this collaboration look like concretely. And afterwards, if you have questions, you can also write in the chat, and we will have a Q&A. So if you have any questions regarding or the program, I can answer. I hope to be able to answer all your questions, and also to the participants. Okay, so if you can see my screen now. Yes, okay, perfect. So let's skip to the next slide. Okay, so we will see today what is the program. I will give you some numbers to get to know the program better. Who can participate, what are the benefits, how it works, and at the end, how to participate if you're interested. Okay, perfect. So what is it actually, the iGlobal program? It is a mentor and competence exchange program. And at its core, there is a collaboration between an experienced entrepreneur and an aspiring or young entrepreneur. So as you can see, it is no internship, but it's really a collaboration. So both of the participants should benefit of it equally. In Canada, it can last, or this collaboration can last between 1 and 3 months. Okay, so some of the background of the program. So as Melanie already said, it's a program that was initiated by the European Union, and it was started in the European Union in 2009 in order to stimulate entrepreneurship, to encourage cross-border trade in Europe and increase SMEs' competitiveness. Since the program was a big success, in 2018 it was further extended in the framework of iGlobal. Here below you can see both logos. So we have I in Europe and the iGlobal program. It was extended to the USA, Singapore, and Israel. And since also there it went very well, there's big interest from aspiring entrepreneurs from the EU to go abroad. It was further extended in 2021 to Canada, South Korea, and Taiwan. Exactly. So as you can imagine, 2021 was still a bit difficult, but now we're seeing it's getting better. Traveling is possible again. So now we're really starting the program also in Canada. Okay, so some numbers for you. So the program is already pretty successful. Until now, we had more than 10,500 business exchanges between the so-called host and new entrepreneurs. The program has a database, and there are more than 19 registered so-called young entrepreneurs. At the time, we have also more than 12,000 applications of host entrepreneurs or mentors. And for now, it is possible to participate in more than, in 45 countries, including all the European member states, some outermost regions in the iGlobal program. As I already said, we have Canada, USA, some other countries. So it's it's covering pretty many countries. Okay. Then let's come to the next point. So if you're wondering who can participate, the program is targeting 2 groups. So in this webinar, we are targeting US host entrepreneurs. That means everyone that is an experienced entrepreneur, meaning an owner or CEO of an SME based in Canada with more than 3 years of experience in running a business. So these 3 years of experience is kind of the criteria line. If you have more than 3 years of experience in running your own business, being a CEO, or being directly involved in entrepreneurship at SME board level, you are eligible to participate in the program. We noted here people that are employed. It's a bit difficult to register them, but as I said, important to be directly involved in the entrepreneurship and business decisions. Okay, then at the other hand, we have the so-called new entrepreneurs that are aspiring, or young entrepreneurs that have at least written a complete business plan. So everyone in the European Union that is interested in founding a company or a startup and has already written a good business plan can participate, can register. And also here, the maximum criteria is that people who already started their business in the last 3 years can become a new entrepreneur. Okay. For all the new entrepreneurs that would be able to come to Canada, they have to be European or UK citizens. Okay, if you have questions later on, you can let me know. Good, then let's see the benefits. So of course you can gain market insights if you are collaborating with someone from another country. You can engage in an exchange of competences that, as I already said, if you or your company is lacking a certain skills or competences, you could collaborate with someone who has this kind of competences or skill set and get in this way some kind of added value to your company thanks to the new skills. Okay, then of course you can get some new and fresh perspectives on your business. If you're running your business since many years in the same way, you can collaborate with a fresh mind in order to get new input. And of course, you can extend your network, because if you're working with a young entrepreneur from another country, this person would probably bring his or her network to yours. So you can extend your business to other European markets and also look for possible future collaborations. Okay, cool. So then let's see how it really works. So I will show you the various steps in a chronological way. So first of all, of course, there's the registration. So this works in creating your profile. There's an official website where you can create your profile, and also me from ITKAM, the Italian Chamber of Commerce in Germany, and ICCBC, who is the Italian Chamber of Commerce for Canada West here in Vancouver. We will support you in creating your profile, because we know it's yeah, we know the program. So if you have any questions, we're always there. We will support you, and we also would only need a CV from you. If you don't have one, we also support you in creating one. So this is no problem. It's actually a pretty easy registration phase. Afterwards comes the matchmaking. So once we have created your profile, you would have access to the database of potential young entrepreneurs. It is possible to see the various sectors. You can see the profiles of young entrepreneurs listed by countries if you want to target a certain country. If you don't have the time to dive into this database, we are also there to support you in finding potential matches. So you can tell us what your criteria are, what you're looking for, and then we will propose you some matches. Okay, then once you have found a suitable counterpart, the preparation of the collaboration would start. This means that you as a host entrepreneur would have to agree with the incoming new entrepreneur on which tasks and activities you want to work on. So what are the projects that you for your own company want to further to work on, and also what is the new entrepreneur looking for regarding, let's say, mentor activities. Once you have agreed on all of that, it is up to us to prepare the new entrepreneur that is traveling to Canada. So for your information, there is no visa needed. So the young entrepreneurs are able to travel to Canada on ITA. This is because they're not gonna enter the labor market in Canada. So you do not have to pay for the collaboration. So there's no remuneration needed. The people that are traveling here, so the new entrepreneurs, they will receive a monthly financial support on behalf of the European Commission. So as the program is financed by the European Commission, there's a certain fee that they will receive every month. So there's no need from your side to pay for it. And also, of course, they're not allowed to enter the labor market. So this is how it would work. It is, as I said, a collaboration, and you would more be liaising with potential business partners in the future. But we can also see what exactly you can collaborate on, okay? Okay, cool. The next step then is the actual collaboration. Once everything is through, you can welcome the new entrepreneur at your company and start collaborating together. As already said, you beforehand, you would agree on what would be done in the up to 3 months of time that you will spend together. Here you can see the only criteria from your side as being host entrepreneurs is that the program requests a media of 5 hours per week for mentoring. So of course, we're not gonna come and control you, but this is like, let's say, a guideline to know how much time you should more or less have to support the so-called new entrepreneur. This mentoring can also be, of course, meetings in which you discuss, I don't know, the business plan or the activities of the new entrepreneur, explain the market, how the market in Canada works. So this is very individual because of, I guess you're also from different sectors, different backgrounds. So this is very individual. Okay. Then I also brought you a so-called success story. So I brought an example so you can have a first idea of how a collaboration could look like. So I brought this example from Singapore. So we had Kristijonas, who is a young founder from Lithuania. He founded the company, a marketing agency, Growth ITKAM, and he participated as new entrepreneur. He was then traveling to Singapore, collaborating with Jason. He is the CEO of a bigger social media agency. So what Kristijonas, he was able to gain some insights in the daily business of a larger media agency. He participated in employee interviews, he participated in trainings and got to know how Google Ads work, for example. So this was his lesson learned from the collaboration. At the same time, Jason, he was acting as a mentor, giving some constructive feedback to Kristijonas on his business and some advice. And in turn, he got a fresh perspective on his own business. And in these 3 months that they were collaborating, Christianas, he designed a new strategy for Jason, how to attract new clients. So this in change, Jason was able to get concrete suggestions on how to reach new customers. And I also inserted some pictures of them. And as you can read here, it's a short quote from Jason. He said, Christianas brought a great perspective from his home country and gave valuable inputs to new pitches and existing clients. So as you can see, it's important that both participants really benefit of the program. So it's no internship, it's no, not only one person has to give, but it's both can benefit in the end. Okay, perfect. Then if you're wondering how you can participate, it's pretty easy, as already said. You can get in contact with Stefano. It's our local referent here in Vancouver. You can also find here his contact details. We also send you the slides, so you have his email address, so you can get in contact, find out if you're eligible. As I already said, more than 3 years of experience in running a business. Then what is the next step? You can fill out a registration form where you give more information on you and your business, what you're looking for in a new entrepreneur, and send your CV to Stefano if you don't have one. As I said, we support you in creating one. Okay, perfect. So that was it from my side. You will receive the slides. You find all the links. And for now, thank you very much for your attention. And I will now stop sharing my screen. Okay, so if you are ready, I would say that we can start with the questions and start the conversation. So I see there are no questions for now, so let's start. Jennifer, first question I would have for you. So can you tell us how you and Michelle, your business partner, how you came across the program and what was interested to you in it?
Sure. Excuse me. So actually, we came across the program because we received an outreach request. So it was actually something that came through to us. And it was the energy from Stefano's team that was really enticing, and it intrigued us to explore the program further. And to be honest, at first, it seemed too good to be true. It was really a wonderful opportunity. And so after further conversations to understand more about the iGlobal program, we were very excited to see, where it could take us. I mean, honestly, the entire concept of sharing information and knowledge with each other to grow and expand our networks and global capabilities is just very attractive.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Very good. And also, Giedre, like from your side, so why did you decide to participate, and maybe also what were you hoping and finding in a host entrepreneur?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, there is a little prehistory for that. I used to work in a very large multinational Scandinavian a company which was bought by even larger Canadian company, actually. And after that, I really experienced very big differences in the way the businesses are built and run. And also I experienced a very active and benchmark culture. And since then, I really was obsessed to come to Canada, experience your guys' business management culture and mindset, because the differences between the Europe and Canada I saw really big. And that was very interesting. And in the beginning, I wanted to do that inside the company. But, during the time, I just came with that idea with my friends about the community, about the startup. We started our own startup. I left the company, and but since then, the idea to come to Canada and to meet that culture and business, mindset really is in my blood. and just tried to search for the opportunity. And I was very fortunate with this Simona, the mentor of mine. She's she's running a big ecosystem of startups in Lithuania and have a lot of connection in Europe as well. So she suggested me to participate in this program, yes, and I'm really happy because the Erasmus program is, for me to apply was very easy because I live with this idea. I wrote this business plan, and you guys was very supportive with everything. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool to hear. And so immediately the question for you and regarding Canada. So do you already know how you will be following up on your experience? I know you have not started yet to collaborate, but once you will come back to your country, do you already know how you will continue and how can you use the lessons learned?
Oh, well, theoretically, I have some, strategies in my mind. It's always, one strategy is what I can give back to society when I'm coming back to Europe. Of course, it's to share those knowledges, to inspire and encourage people to participate in such a programs or something different, And of course, I'm thinking that the best way to give that for society will be to become a host for younger entrepreneur as well later on. Yeah, and I believe that with this amazing team, we will find the best way how to be a mentor and the host for the young entrepreneurs. And of course, there is a personal, I would like really, as you already, I mentioned about the benchmark, the personal need is networking, benchmark, exchange the experiences, and of course to use it to develop our global community. This is our mission, yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah, great to hear. And also from your side, Jennifer, why would you suggest the program? And could you already, even though we have not started yet, could you already think of some benefits for being a host entrepreneur and collaborating with someone from the European Union?
Absolutely. I mean, even when we just saw the program, we could already see some of the benefits before we've even started. And I'm so excited to get to work with Gidra. I think firstly, number one would be the ability to work with a fellow entrepreneur who has also faced challenges in scaling a business, but yet brings a different perspective based on their country of origin and their business that they're doing. And then this relationship provides us with a sounding board to measure our business's readiness for other countries. Secondly, I think, really just the advantage of having someone who's professional with experience join our team and work on a sort of specific initiative that's going to have a considerable impact on our business. And financially, it's a big help for us too, as a startup business ourselves, to have access to this kind of service. And then the last one I would say would be sort of community and reciprocity. With Gidra, we're the lady we're working with, the social purpose element of her business really calls to us and drives a desire to help promote her vision in Canada. And that's really exciting.
Yeah, I see you're already very excited. Yeah, we are too, because it's very nice to support people like you, where we see there's really a purpose of collaborating, and just great to see. And Jennifer, maybe another question. So could you tell us a bit about the application process, you and Michelle? So how was it to become a host entrepreneur? I already presented the steps, but how was it for you?
It was great. The application process was thorough, but that made us feel confident that we would be able to find a suitable entrepreneur as a match. And there was guidance and support throughout each phase of the process, which ensured us that there was a good fit. So it was great.
Okay, very good to hear. Yeah, well, these were actually the main questions. Since you're going to start, we're also wondering if you think that you will be able to further then a collaboration also in the future between the both of your businesses. You're already in contact. Do you think there will be any possibilities?
from my perspective, yeah, a future collaboration would be a wonderful way to expand our visions together. As you can tell from everything I've said so far, we're very excited to work with Geedra and the possibilities as we get to know her and her business more. And I said before, but again, just this concept of service for trade and bringing technology and relations and scalability within the Americas together is really interesting and something that we would like to explore more with you, Geedra. We're hopeful that some of the work that we do together will help you to drive some of these issues. And then for us at Accelera, we have a core value to drive access to technology and make things more affordable and accessible. So we're looking forward to learning how we can collaborate on this vision as well.
No, definitely, I agree with that, Jennifer. I believe that there is a potential for the partnership, and we will see where it will go. Yeah, actually, for us, how we chose, and what was the winning point, because we were looking for the tech partner, for us to understand what innovations we can apply for our business. It's one thing, but the execution and it's the second challenge for the people, especially who is seeking a social impact. But because in the society is a very normal to think that the social impact is like something, charity. It's not, it's the business as well. But, but we don't know that tech language. And that came from our pain point, because we experienced that for us, it was a huge challenge really to find a common language with a tech partner. And we experienced a lot of things, which we can share also in that journey.
Yeah, we can commiserate on some of these things too.
That's cool. Maybe, would also be interesting to know, like in the preparation phase, like how were you able to agree on activities? Like how was the exchange going? How did you individuate, as you already were explaining, like what you want to work on together? Like how did this work? Did you have other Zoom calls discussing it? How did it work?
I'll hand that over to you, Geedra. Do you want to answer that one?
Okay, so we have a very clear plan how we are going to work and topics we are going to look at. And I think we plan like not one-to-one, like team meeting. And then I think we will agree on the best ways, to work with. Yeah. Because we didn't discuss like many details. So I think that when we will be all together, then we'll be, we will find the best solution for all. Yeah.
And we're going to make sure that we have, that we work out the best way to be able to work together physically. Now we can do that.
Yeah.
It will be nice to be able to work together and be face to face, and it just will make things easier, I think, in the short period of time that we have, right, to be able to work closely together.
Yeah. And it's also, I want just to add that it's great because when I sign for this program, it means that I will be fully dedicated, for my project business and for to bring a benefits and value for the partner as well. So that's good.
Okay, yeah, great to hear. Okay, so from my side, I don't have any more questions. I would also say to our audience, are there some questions? I can also check the chat now, so we can go in detail if you.
Hi, Linda. It's Melanie again. There is a question in the chat. Pam from Sunshine Coast Tiny Homes is asking, when we are a host, can we select someone to mentor who is pursuing the same type of business? So I think that's about how does the host choose their entrepreneur?
Yeah, sure. It's completely free how you with whom you want to work with. So as I said, you can tell us what kind of person you're looking for, being at the competences or the business sector. So of course you're free to choose. You can also wait until you find the right person that is having the same business mentality and working in the same sector. So of course you can completely choose the person that you will work with. And it is possible to, of course, filter, let's say, business sectors in this platform, and we can support you in finding the most suiting counterpart. So yes, you are free to choose. Also, it's possible, of course, if you find someone and you think the profile is interesting, we always recommend to make a first Zoom call to get to know each other, because in the end, it's also a personal collaboration. You will be together as two individuals, and you also have to find out, yeah, if you match. I mean, if you're getting along, if you have the same visions, and if you have something in common that you want to collaborate on.
Yeah, great. Jennifer, did you want to comment at all about the matching and how you were able to find Guidry?
Oh, I'm unmuted. I think from my perspective, Michelle was more involved in that detailed part of the process.
Yeah.
I can't speak to that, but what I can say though is that hearing from Michelle and her experiences in finding Guidry, and just the feedback that I would get from her when she had found Guidry, and when she first started speaking with Guidry, and just how excited we are and how impressed we are with Guidry. So from that perspective, Linda, I can't share so much about the process itself, but the outcome has been really great, really good.
Yeah, maybe also from our side, because in this process we were kind of involved, because as Guidry said, Simona, who is her, let's say, referent from the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program in Lithuania, she's very active, and yeah, she's also supporting many entrepreneurs, and she saw the profile in the database, and they were contacting us and saying, look, I think we have a perfect match, and then we scheduled a Zoom call all together, and in the end, yeah, it was a match. So this is
just like that. It was.
Yeah, I just really like how involved you are in supporting the entrepreneurs. I think that's really great and helpful when entrepreneurs are so busy. It's a new program, they're not quite sure, but you seem to really make it easy and accessible, which I think is really great to hear. Others who are on, anybody have any other questions? Like to ask, you can either tap in the chat, or you can just turn on your camera and ask the questions.
If not, in the meantime, Melanie, as we were talking before, so as we said, our local reference, so Stefano and the Italian Chamber of Commerce, is located here in Vancouver. So we cover the region of British Columbia, but we also cover Alberta, for example. So if you are located in Alberta or British Columbia, we would be very glad to support you. And if you're now, I don't know, located in even another region, but pretty close to those two regions, we can also see if we can still register you. So this is as I said, in the end, the program has its bureaucratic rules, but we can always see what we can do if someone is really interested. Maybe we can even register you too. And if you know people that are having a business and located in Quebec and Toronto, the program also covers these two regions. There we have, though, different local contact points, because as I said, we are trying really to be close to the people that participate, and there's even other organizations that are supporting.
Yeah, I think that's really great that you have the organization there to help coordinate and to, support both the host entrepreneur and the new entrepreneur, sort of to minimize the work on the host entrepreneur. We had a question here from Maya, who's on Vancouver Island just about applying for the program. And yes, it is an application. Maya, I know you joined late, so you'll be able to watch the recording because it was a very good explanation of how to go through the application process. But I think what's interesting here is that Maya is on Vancouver Island. And so for this program, you don't have to be just in major centers, right? It covers the entire province of both BC and Alberta.
Exactly.
Are there questions from the guests who are watching this today?
Yeah, I have one more for Linda. Just the explanation. So for the duration, it's 3 months of mentorship, correct? Or receiving. And then you mentioned that people from the UK or Europe come to Canada. Is that my understanding as well?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. And what? Just for my reference, because I'm like, okay, well, how do they, like the affordability, where they stay, all that, is that something that this program takes care of for them as well, or is that on their own expense?
It is partly, I mean, everyone who is traveling has to organize for him or herself the traveling and the accommodation, but as already said, there is a financial support that is granted from the European Commission. So that means there is a financial support for each month that the person is spending here in Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
And how many times can you, as a host, engage in the mentorship?
That's a good question. You can engage as many times as you want, actually.
Okay, so I have some thoughts, because I have a woman who was in university in Italy, and she had a passion for building tiny homes. She wrote her thesis on, and she has a heart for women who have been abused, and she wanted to create a facility with tiny homes to have a safe, protected place. So I can encourage her to sign up as a young new entrepreneur, and maybe we could collaborate and work together that way. Would that be acceptable if she were accepted?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So the only criteria that we always have to do, maybe this is also interesting for you. So once you are planning to work together, we have to do a little background check and see if you're not related.
Yes.
Then the European Commission would not pay.
No, we're not. So yeah.
See your uncle or something.
I met her actually through when I was president of the Tiny Home Alliance of Canada. She reached out and she was applying for the Canada Italy Award for business idea. So it was a very unique relationship, but this just triggered that thought of maybe I can help facilitate her goals and her dreams if that's what she chose to do. Okay.
That would be possible. Also, if you want, we can also stay in contact. I can give you and this person direct details for people working on the program in Italy, because as you might have understood, so everyone has to register in his or her home country. So we can facilitate and see if she's eligible, and then we can, of course, try to make it work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you.
Great. Linda, there was a question in the chat about whether this program goes both ways, or is it just for young entrepreneurs?
Unfortunately, it is not exactly. Yeah, it is. Until now, it is not, because, as I said, the main version is the Erasmus for young entrepreneurs in Europe. So unfortunately, the European Commission is not yet targeting new entrepreneurs from overseas countries to support them, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah.
Good.
But of course, just here, once you have these 3 years of experience in running a business, you could become a host. So this is always the opportunity that the program offers.
Yeah, great. I'm just checking the chat, see if there's anything else. Great. Yeah.
I have a follow-up question about the 3 years of experience. If someone has a new business that just started, they have less than 3 years of experience in their business, but they have prior experience from other businesses they owned or other activities, would that count?
Yeah, it counts. So it's really the accumulative experience. So this is also why we would ask your CV to see your career. So if you have recently started a new company also 6 months ago, but 10 years before you had another one, this already counts. So it's really the accumulative experience. And
Good question.
maybe, yeah, if there in the meantime there's no other questions, I was just thinking of the question regarding the tiny house. So also if it's always possible to register new people. So also if you know someone already, as in this case, the woman with the tiny house business, it's always possible to register new people in Europe and also here in Canada. So this is always possible.
Wonderful, thank you.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, no, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really like this. I actually didn't really quite comprehend what I was signing up for this morning, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. So it's gotten a lot of my sort of mindset change. It's shifted. So that's wonderful, because I've been in the receivership of mentorship. I'm still in that process, but there's no what's stopping me from getting into that place of giving back already. So I'm really excited to kind of venture that out. So having 4 years experience of what I've been doing, and I've always considered my company as an international company. So this kind of lends really well. Plus I'm part of an international team that is trying to globally create a standard that will be recognized for tiny home building on the international level. So it will be across the board the same standard for building. So it's kind of this is very complementary to what I've been doing. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Right to hear. Yeah, we are very always happy to reach new people. That's really good to hear.
Yeah, great. I think maybe it's helpful to say, thinking about the timing of when the young entrepreneurs come to Canada, because thinking about you, Pam, on the Sunshine Coast, and the holiday and vacation people, summer months. And so for the young entrepreneur having to come here and find accommodation, the timing could be better at the off-season times of year. If you think about that 1 to 3 month time frame of maybe planning when it's off-season and not quite so busy, and easier to get accommodation and perhaps at a lower cost.
Sure, I think this. Yeah.
I'm fortunate to have accommodation in my home. I have a separate sort of Airbnb. So it actually, yeah, I have. It's almost like all the stars have just aligned, because it would just be a very straightforward. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
So,
well,
yeah,
that's great.
I'll be signing up.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Great.
Also, generally on the timing, so it's always good to plan at least 1 or 2 months in advance. So because we have to get all the paperwork through with the European Commission. This is actually nothing you're really involved with, but we still have to get the approval, and we have to train the new entrepreneur, explaining all the financials and reporting criteria. So it would be always great to have some month in advance, so the person that will be traveling to Canada is able to find accommodation, find a flight that is not too expensive. So this would be from our side a recommendation, but in case that you really need to hurry and to rush, we always also try to support you on a short notice. But exactly, just so you know the timing in general.
Yeah, wonderful. Any other questions? I think we can look to wrap up. Any last minute comments, questions? Great. Well, thank you so much to our panelists. It's been a really informative session, and I love it when we hear our participants who sign up who said they got great value out of it, and even when they weren't sure what they were signing up for. You never know what WeBC will surprise you with. So thank you so much to each of you. It's been a great conversation and lots of great information shared. I think a couple of things that I picked up on, it was interesting for me that the European Union is wanting to make their SMEs more competitive and encourage that cross-border trade. And I can see this also would be a great program for us also to get the same benefits. And so making our SMEs more competitive and facilitating that cross-border trade by being able to connect with someone who is in a country you may be interested in doing business with. So thank you so much all. Yeah, next slide, please, Netta. We just talk a little bit about upcoming activities with WeBC. Our financial fitness webinar is a great series of 3 webinars helping you with your business financials. We've run this one in the past and it's always very popular, and I think even if you've done it before, it's always great as a refresher to learn more about your financials, your business finances. We've also got a couple of great sessions coming up in September by a small business. So always great things happening. If you register at the bottom of the screen here, it shows subscribe through our e-blasts and newsletters at we-bc.ca. Stay in the loop with hyphens between each word. Netta, did you have a quick poll for us today? Yeah, we just love to hear how we did. If you found the session informative, that would be really helpful. And to remember, if there's any sessions you'd like us to consider, any topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know. And you will be receiving an email with the recording after this session. So thank you very much to all of our panelists, all of the people on this webinar today. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you so much for having us.
Our pleasure. Thanks again. It was a great session. Really enjoyed it.